1941 opened with one of the first reversals for the Axis, when British troops routed the Italian army in Tobruk. The Germans sent General Rommel, who retook Tobruk from the British. In April, the Nazis invaded both Yugoslavia and Greece. The Yugoslavs had initially allied themselves with Germany, but a revolt in Yugoslavia deprived the Germans of one of their invasion routes into Greece. Hitler reacted by ordering an invasion of Yugoslavia and the leveling of Belgrade. The British had sent reinforcements to the Greeks, but that was not enough to hold off the German army. The Germans went on to capture Crete in a daring airborne assault. In May, the British achieved a major naval victory when their navy sunk the German super battleship, the Bismarck. The HMS Hood was sunk while pursuing the Bismarck. On June 30th, the Nazis turned their attention on their ally, the Soviet Union. With his ambitions of attacking England thwarted, Hitler was determined to wipe out the Bolshevik menace once and for all. On June 30th, the Germans staged a massive attack across the whole Russian border. The Germans quickly advanced across Poland and into the Soviet Union. By September, the Nazis were encircling Leningrad and made it to the outskirts of Moscow. There, they were stopped by the weather and finally by determined counterattack by fresh Russian troops from Siberia. As the Germans advanced, special units of the SS and the army were detailed to eliminate the Jews. As each town was entered, the Jews of the town would be attacked indiscriminately. In most cases, the Jews would be rounded up and taken to a field on the edge of town and machine-gunned. In Kishinev, the site of the pogrom at the beginning of the century, 10,000 Jews were machine-gunned to death. Meanwhile, in Poland, the Jews were being forced into the major cities such as Warsaw and Krakow. There the Jews were forced into ghettos. Throughout 1941, the United States edged closer and closer to direct support of the Allies. In the beginning of the year, President Roosevelt gave a speech reaffirming the four freedoms that everyone was entitled to. The President proposed and Congress enacted legislation to lend Lease large quantities of armaments to the Allies who were running out of money to pay for arms. With ships on the Atlantic being sunk at an alarming rate, the United States extended its support of the convoy system. In August, President Roosevelt met with Prime Minister Churchill off the coast of Newfoundland, where they signed the Atlantic Charter. On December 7th, the war was permanently altered when the Japanese executed a surprise attack on the American fleet at Pearl Harbor. The Japanese hoped that a successful attack would convince the U.S. to sue for peace. While it was successful in sinking most of the American battleships, it did not succeed in attacking American aircraft carriers. Thus, the attack, which was tactically successful, united the American people in the goal of achieving total victory. 2 days after the United States declared war on Japan, Hitler declared war on the United States.